Wednesday. It is me, Casey, my faithful sidekick, Morgan, as
Hi,
always.
everybody.
We're here to bring you new comic books. That's right. It's Wednesday, best day of the week. There's a lot this third week of the month or so. Yeah. So let's get right into it, and we will start with some serious classiness. Torpedo. This is Volume 3. We've talked at great length about 1 and 2. I mean, Morgan and I is just huge. Jordi Bernay, Alex Toth started it, Enrique Sanchez, Abuli does the writing, and this is amazing, amazing black and white prohibition gangster stuff. Really, you know, I mean, this is just straight cartooning. It's absolutely brilliant. Nice oversized format, 18 bucks. These are gorgeous. We've got 1 and 2, so get 3. You know, I mean, it's absolutely worth not picking up some single issues this week just for Torpedo.
Get them in the sequence.
That's right. Isn't that right?
It's good stuff.
Torpedo. Yeah.
Hey, Casey, grab that green team up there.
Oh, yeah.
This is brand new from DC this week. It is the green team. Rescued from comic book limbo, where we last saw them in Animal Man, desperately trying to get out of there. They've made it. This is a companion piece to the book that came out 2 weeks ago, The Movement.
That's right.
That covers the 98%. These are the 1%.
As you can tell by the baby cheetah.
Teen trillionaires. Teen trillionaires looking to solve the problems of the world by throwing money at it.
That's right. It's just like the corporations. You know, written by Art Baltazar and Franco, who of course did Tiny Titans, which is amazing. But yeah, very bizarre Silver Age stuff coming back, which is good. Finishing up his 9-year run. Although this is a bit late, yes, you might have bought Green Lantern Corps number 20.
But you didn't read it yet.
Did not read it yet. Definitely not. Because you would have spoiled everything. And if you did, well, ha ha, we told you not to, and you should listen to us. But this is the end of Geoff Johns' 9-year run. It is a giant issue, prestige format, which they haven't done a prestige format in.
I haven't seen a square binding since
I know, right?
the last Batman square bound thing.
Yeah, I know, that was an Elseworlds of something. But yeah, and this is the end of the Wrath of the First Lantern. It's basically a giant love letter, of course, to Hal Jordan. But Geoff Johns, this run on Green Lantern, I mean, it's what catapulted him to where he is now as the, I guess, VP of...
Creative director.
There you go, creative director of DC, something big money, you know, insert here. But yeah, Doug Mahnke does the art along with a whole ton of other artists. You got Pat Gleason, Ivan Rice, Cully Hamner, Aaron Cooter, Ethan Van Sciver, everybody that's
It's
really...
like a who's who of Green Lantern
That's
artists.
Right. It's everybody who's touched the book over the past 9 years. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't read this before, I mean, I definitely recommend going back, starting with No Fear, those early Geoff Johns trades. I mean, it was just that. It's one of the pillars of the DCU, the Green Lantern legacy. It's absolutely amazing. So this one is a little pricey, $8, but obviously it's all new, thick,
Lots more pages.
Lots more pages. From Marvel this week, we have Daredevil by Mark Waid and Chris Samnee. Now, Morgan here, he's been constantly talking about how awesome Chris Samnee is. And, you know, usually I don't listen to what the hell Morgan says, because what does he know? So I was just like, yeah, you know, whatever. It's not Paulo Rivera, it's not Marcus Martin. I was wrong. Holy crap. It's Chris Samnee, in the past couple of issues, I mean, maybe even the last 5 issues, has just put out this amazingly clean style that is reminiscent of Paulo Rivera, and while it's not quite the same quality of line work, the storytelling is right there. And after last issue, there was this cool villain named Akari who dressed up in Matt Murdock's dad's boxing robe, and a cool kind of mashup of the yellow Daredevil costume and the hand costume, kind of a Yakuza ninja thing, and beat the living crap out of him. It was really cool. And in this issue, you kind of find out who might be behind that, and it's Mark Waid actually kind of doing what Brubaker and Bendis did for so many years, which was mess with Matt Murdock, but they don't have to just like totally stick it up his butt. They don't have to just destroy him. They can just kind of mess with him a little bit of psychological horror. But yeah, very, very great superhero stuff. Awesome cover.
Messing with Murdock is good. I'm going to mark my calendar that you were wrong.
Whatever. All right.
Definitely.
Whatever.
It's Half Past Danger.
Boom!
Brand new this week. Half Past Danger. 2 different covers to choose from.
This is the better one. Tommy Lee Edwards.
That's the cool one, Tommy Lee Edwards. But this book has everything. It is set in World War II. End of the war. The American forces are invading the Japanese island, and they find Germans. German tanks.
Germans.
In the South Pacific Island. What are they doing there? And before they can answer that question, they run into the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs!
Dinosaurs, Nazis.
Dinosaurs make everything better, isn't that right?
It gotta be great.
What's cooler than dinosaurs and Nazis together? And machine guns.
Half past danger.
Half past danger. Yeah, I mean it's not quite Mark Schultz, but he doesn't do comics anymore anyway. So this is
next best thing.
Yeah, next best thing. Good pulp fun, definitely goes well with
good pulp fun.
Good pulp fun. 5 Ghosts, Haunting of Fabian Gray. Been really enjoying this, haven't you, Morgan?
I've been loving it.
Yeah, it's been really good. Frank Barbiere, I think, is that how you say it?
Barbieri.
There you go. Yeah, Morgan's better at the pronunciation than I am. And Chris Mooneyham, who obviously has the cooler name of the two. This is issue 3. After the last issue that was Blood for the Spider God, we now have The Forgotten City. Which, it doesn't have the same ring. I mean, you can't have Blood for the Spider God on every cover. Well, you could, but it might get a little boring.
Every other issue is going to have a way cool title.
Yeah. This one has got an awesome, great fold-out poster, some amazing typography at the top, serious pulp awesomeness here, and this is also kind of revealing more of the secrets behind Fabian Gray's mysterious ability to channel literary ghosts. So, should be pretty cool.
The secrets are being revealed slowly.
That's right, slowly. So yeah, issue 3 of 5, really great stuff.
And we still have 1 and 2 in stock too.
Absolutely. Second print number 2, second print number 1. A new Marvel Now collection.
Now!
No! It is Journey to Mystery with Lady Sif by Catherine Immonen, and I finally found out how to say Valerio Schiti's name. I've been absolutely destroying his name because, well, it's more fun to say it the other way. Apologies, but yeah, Valerio Schiti. This is absolutely one of my favorite relaunches from Marvel Now. Unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of support behind it. There wasn't a lot of hype. The first issue went out of print. They canceled the second print. It was almost like it was doomed to fail from the start.
But now you can find it.
Boom! All for, you got the first 6 issues, 5 issues, $16. Basically, Sif is pissed off at the status quo of Asgard, very bored, and she's a freaking, I mean, look at her. She's not get bored. She goes and kills crap when she needs to, and basically she goes and finds this ancient god, gets her to invoke the ancient curse of the Berserker that Odin has since decreed not, cool to do to people, and just literally beats the crap out of people until, her brother, who is, oh my god, Heimdall, sends her to Earth, because, they don't care about humans, and just send them to Oklahoma, whatever, there's people there, they're used to weird gods. But yeah, it's a lot of beatdown, there's giant weird monsters, there's beautiful colors by Jordi Belair in this. I mean, it's really fun, it's goofy, it's strange, the kids read old Silver Age comics, and Spider-Man's even in it, It's fantastic, really great, very cool stuff.
Sif kicks butt.
Sif does kick butt. From Image Comics, another new one from Joe Casey, who's been very prolific lately, The Bounce.
The Bounce.
His new superhero comic for the Slacker world. If the first page doesn't tell you what this comic is about, well, yeah. But who else would, from the writer of Marijuana Man, I mean, this is Peter Parker for the next century, and it looks really good. David Messina does the art.
So does it really have a $4.20 cover price?
No, it does not have a $4.20 cover price. It's $2.99. I don't think they could rape you for $4.20 on that. Maybe they could, maybe they couldn't. But yeah, I mean, it's got drug dealers who don't sell drugs, they are drugs, they own Stargates and weird alien spacesuit things. I mean, who wouldn't buy drugs from a guy who has a Stargate? I mean, really, come on. But yeah, already out of print, already a collector's item, shoot, buy 2, flip it on eBay, feed your cat for the week, something like that. Also, number 3 of Sex, which is Joe Casey's other book, that is about, well, sex. I mean, Joe Casey got sex, drugs, I mean, the man knows what sells, I mean, it's pretty easy, But yeah, so that is new this week as well.
Does he have a rock and roll band, too?
You know, he looks like he's in a band.
Well, there you go.
You know, and I think that, I guess, if you can't be in a band, you at least be a rock star at comic books. I guess.
We got the sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll, there you go.
Sunny!
Very, very special this week. You know how rare it is that we were able to talk about manga, good manga. This is from TAIYO Matsumoto, who is a genuine genius of manga.
Black and white.
He did Black and White, that's right. He also did number 5, which is basically like Branded to Kill with Seijun Suzuki and, or by Seijun Suzuki, which is about like the number 1 killer, number 2 killer, except it's all weird, trippy, psychedelic stuff. Very, very cool.
Stop talking about his other stuff.
Sunny,
this is new.
Sunny is new. Sunny is a car that you drive with your imagination. It drives you to better worlds if you want it to. And it's the story of 5 orphans who find this car and embark on a kind of metaphysical, weird, trippy journey type of thing. TAIYO Matsumoto is great at kind of crafting really childlike views of the world, but always lined with the harsh truths of adulthood, just right in the outset, you know, right on the wings. And it's a really strange, I want to say, kind of time frame and even mindset to place a book in. And it really taps that kind of unquantifiable time when you're growing up and learning things for the first time and realizing that, you know, you can't be a kid forever and what that means. And then you add in a weird, you know, trans-dimensional car, just for shits and giggles. It's a nice hardcover, it's like $23, but yeah, absolutely fantastic. TAIYO Matsumoto is a truly unique in the world of comics here. What else we got? Well, do you know what this is? It's Godzilla. James STOKOE. The man, the master behind the too many lines on a page. He's given Jeff Darrow a run for his money with this book. I think that if you put the scale-to-scale ratio between this and Big Guy and Rusty Boy Robot, it might be close. You know, the scale ratio might be breached.
Godzilla would certainly conquer
the fake Godzilla. Yeah, and Big Guy. But this is one man's 50-year obsession with Godzilla. It's great because I like Godzilla. Everybody likes, you know, Godzilla and stuff, but I'm not a huge Godzilla person. STOKOE is a Godzilla freak, and he has managed to do it from such a perspective that you really get an idea of just how scary Godzilla is. Like, he always frames them with little cars, and it's a lot of perspective from the guy telling the story, so you get a really human view of these very inhuman creatures. And you have everybody from King Ghidorah to Mothra to Space Godzilla to Mecha Godzilla.
It really does tie in all of the Toho movies.
Oh, absolutely.
Of the last 50 years.
Yeah. No, James is just such a fanboy that he's put in so much cool, like, Easter egg stuff in here that it's just... you know, it's every Godzilla fan's wet dream. I mean, there's giant Mobius crystals. There's pages of Mobius crystals in here.
The only thing that's not in there is a lizard Godzilla.
Yeah, it's true.
Which makes it absolutely perfect.
That's true, right? But yeah, Vietnam, Ghana, all this great stuff. So, yeah, it's all 5 issues, $20. This is why there were no issues of Orc Stain this past year,
yeah,
I guess. But whatever, you know, you got Godzilla.
He only has 2 hands.
He only has 2 hands. That is right, Morgan. That is right. And finishing up for cover of the week. Usually we like to choose something different, but you know what? Chris Mooneyham, killing it on these covers. And it's just got these great, like, on the back, it actually tells you what the issue's about. And, like, where to rack it. Like, as far as genre, I mean, it's really intelligent, you know?
It's like it's designed for a bookstore!
I know, holy crap! Somebody comes in, you know, you look at the comic, you're like, oh, this is cool, I wonder what it's about. And then you have to hopefully have some knowledgeable comic clerk, you know, like one of us, to tell you that it's really good and to buy it, you know? But no, people just kind of look at it, and maybe you're in the Midwest somewhere where you get, like, 2 copies of this book, and they're like, well, why don't you want Superman? You're like, I don't want Superman, I want something cool. And they're like, what do you mean Superman's not cool? And then you get this big fight, and then you can't get comics anymore. Regardless, it's not how it goes here. 5 ghosts, definitely. Again, not blood for the spider god, but close enough. So, and Morgan, I wanted to say, you know, we give him a lot of crap, but we're equal opportunity here. We like to embrace openness, and I'm glad that Morgan's finally coming out of the closet with his My Little Pony love. I mean, it fits him really well, you know, I think so.
Ponies are my life.
You know, I mean, I didn't
I
really...
can say that in public now.
Good.
Ponies are my
Good.
life.
I'm glad, because, I mean, when you got drunk last week and, you know, we were at Shorty's and then you went to the tattoo place next door and I was like, Morgan, you really probably don't want to go. And you went anyway.
You want to see my shutterfly?
You know, and I know you really like that rainbow, you know, lightning bolt thing. I mean, alright. I'll let you... Everything, you know. Yeah. It's good enough.
We'll show it to the people next week.
Next week, that's right. Cool. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. Thank you, Morgan, and we'll see you next Wednesday.